Dear students, today we will discuss on topic simple machine of chapter 11 force and energy, right? Dear students, do you know the idea of a simple machine originated with the Greek philosopher Archimedes around the 3rd century BC, who studied the Archimedean simple machines, lever, pulley, and screw. He discovered the principle of mechanical advantage in the lever, right? You know that ancient people invented simple machines that would help them overcome resistive forces and allow them to do desired work against those forces. Right? Here, some examples you can see the early Stone Age began with the most basic stone implements made by early humans. These old one toolkits include hammer stones and sharp stone flakes as simple machine. Okay, in early time, how we used this railway tracks, okay, and wheels. You can see here, right? Yes. What is simple machines exactly? A simple machine is a tool that makes our work easier and faster. They help us to do work by, yes, transferring a force from one place to another and changing the direction of a force and increasing the magnitude of a force. Dear students, magnitude here, magnitude that means the size or amount of an object, right? So, with the help of simple machines, we can increase the magnitude of a force, right? And increasing the distance or speed of a force, right? You can see the example of some simple machines, okay? How we are using these simple machines in our day to day life and makes our work easier, right? Now we will see the types of simple machines, right? Lever, pulley, inclined plane, wedge, screw, and wheel. Yes. So overall, we can see that there are six types of simple machines, right? That is a lever, wheel and axle, pulley, inclined plane, wedge, and screw. Do you know that the lever, wheel and axle and pulley, these are considered as the lever family, right? And inclined plane, wedge and screw, these are considered as the wedge family, okay? In simple machines, right? We will see how. So the lever family, simple machines. Okay, here you can see the load, fulcrum and effort. So today we will discuss here about effort, fulcrum and load. Dear students, you can see here the point of support or the pivot point of the rod where it touches triangle is called the fulcrum. Okay, here you can see here that what is fulcrum. Okay, fulcrum is a point of support or the pivot point to rod where it touches triangle is called fulcrum. Here point of support, that means you can see the central point, okay, the central point which a machine turns, right? So this is called the fulcrum, right? Now the force used is called effort. Here we are applying force. Okay, so here this portion is called effort, right? And here load. In this area there is load. So the weight lifted is called the load. Okay, here in this area, okay, this is called load. Now we will see, that lever is also categorized in three ways. That is the first class lever, second class lever, and third class lever. So now we will discuss about first class lever. Dear students, in first class lever, you can see that when the fulcrum is between, okay, the fulcrum is between and effort and load, it is a first class lever, right? That means when the fulcrum is between the effort and load, so this is the first class lever. So you can see here the fulcrum is, okay, the fulcrum is there in between the effort and load. So this is called the first class lever. Now examples of some first class lever here, okay, scissors, pliers, seesaw, hammer. These are the examples of first class lever. You can see here, yes, what is in middle? The fulcrum is in middle. Okay, the fulcrum is in the middle. Okay, now in second class lever, we can see here that in second class lever, when the load is in between fulcrum and the effort, so it is a second class lever. So that means in second class lever, load is in the middle, okay, in the fulcrum and effort. Okay, so there is load is in between the fulcrum and effort. So this is called the second class lever. Yes, you can see some examples of second class lever. Yes, so you can see here what is in the middle. You can see here load is in the middle. Okay, wheelbarrow, bottle opener, nail cutter, and nut cutter. So you can see in all way, you can see that there is load in the middle. Okay, load in the middle, in the fulcrum and effort, right? Now third class lever, right? In third class lever, we can see that when the effort is in the between, okay, the effort is in the between the fulcrum and the load, okay, so it is the third class lever. Okay, so effort is middle in the fulcrum and load, so this is called the third class lever. So we can see here few examples of third class lever. Okay, so here you can see, yes, here there is fulcrum, there is load, and the effort is in the middle. Okay, tweezers and stapler remover, you can see here that which is in the middle. Yes, so these are the, here the mopping, fishing rod, and the tongs, right? Yes, dear students, how we will learn the position of the load, fulcrum, and effort? Yes, there is a very interesting way to learn, okay, the position of load, fulcrum, and effort. Let's understand this by a magic trick, that is acronym. Okay, you know what is acronym? Yes, it is, acronym is a combination of first letter of the words, okay, and it make easy to understand the things. Okay, so here what is the acronym of the fulcrum, load, and effort? FLE. Yes, FLE is the acronym of the fulcrum, load, and effort. Okay, so we can easily remember the things and the position. You can see here fulcrum in first class lever, right? So the fulcrum is in the middle, okay, in first class lever. How we can correlate with this too? That in first class lever there is fulcrum in the middle, right? And in second class lever there is load in the middle, right? In second class lever there is load in the middle. And in third class lever, there is effort in the middle. Okay. In third class lever, there is effort or applied force in the middle. So in this way you can learn the position of the fulcrum, load and effort. Okay, by the acronym. Right? Yes, you can see here the first class lever, how the fulcrum is in the middle. Okay, and load and effort is here. Now in second class lever you can see that who is in the middle, load is in the middle. In first class lever, fulcrum is in the middle in first class lever. Okay, in second class lever there is load in the middle, right? There is load in the middle. In second class lever there is load in the middle of the effort and fulcrum, right? And in third class we can see here, in third class lever there is effort in the middle. Okay, there is effort in the middle, right? In third class lever effort is in the middle with the fulcrum and load. So in this manner you can learn the position of the fulcrum, load and effort, right? Thank you.